Hello, hello to all of you amazing people that are here. We are so happy, like so happy to connect and launch Shift Your Narrative in 28 Days Journal. And with me is going to be a phenomenal author, Trish Pearson, that's going to be showing up in a minute. But we just want to give you a background before I bring her up and you get to meet this amazing author who has created this journal. I'm going to give you a little bit of her background so that you get to know her a little more. Okay. And really, what it's discovering a beautiful new song experience when we are aware that we are discovering. And this happens so innately that when we are children, a simple reach down to feel your toes placed us in a moment of euphoria, memorized by the revelations of our extensions. It is this moment that we discover that we have abilities beyond our tiny world. We discover that we have now become a moving, breathing, and functional beings in existence. There are absolutely no doubts at all in this moment, motivation and natural as our curiosity grows. We thirst for more knowledge with every wiggle that pleasantly surprises us and as we continue. Now, there's negative languages that has not entered our mindset yet. And that's where we have Trish that's going to be talking about this amazing, amazing experience and journal. Like, hello, Trish. I am so excited that you are able to be here. Congratulations. I mean, wow, what a journey, right?
Oh my God, such an incredible journey, and I'm so grateful for you and your guidance through this whole journey. Thank you so much, and
Well,
thank you everyone that is joining us today.
yes, yes. And Trish, let's tell people, like, I was reading a little bit of your forward address that you have in this journal, just so that they can get that experience and flow of what's going to be in the journal. So let's tell them who you are, what you do, and then we'll just continue to tell them why this journal was birthed.
Of course. So I've been blessed to really been in my calling as an educator for almost 2 decades now, and found that through that guidance and being a mentor, celebrating the fact that my students have that power in through reflection. And reflection has always been something just innate inside of me. It's a process that I go through for my wellness, and I instill that in my students. So this idea came up where this could be shared outside of just the four walls of my classroom, and the power is inside all of us to discover and rediscover um, what we can do, and unblock all those blind spots that are stifling us from moving forward.
Mm.
So reflection is so powerful, and I think that we don't realize that, and we skip over it. We skip over the time to really explore ourselves and what's inside of us.
Mhm. And I think it's really important that with your journal, a lot of people don't know what a journal is, and they've been asking because I've been talking to people. It's like, we're going to launch this journal, Shift Your Narrative. And they're like, a journal? What is that? And you said something powerful. It's like, we need to discover our blind spots, you know, first. And the way that you help people discover those blind spots is through this journal that is being launched, right?
Right.
And you help them through every day. It's a 28-day reflection. And then every day you're guiding them with prompts. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm a lifetime learner, and um, just for my own journey and reading, I'm an avid reader, so I'm constantly reading, I'm constantly learning and sharing. So in the years that I've looked after and read self-development books, just gaining philosophies, gaining insight for all these wonderful authors out there, and um, igniting that forward movement to ask myself those questions. And
Mhm.
that's what I'm inviting all of you to do. I'm inviting you to ask yourself those questions that we don't spend time asking ourselves. And through that process of reflection, you start to discover your own power. And by going through that journey myself, I know that you can find the power and discover the power for yourself.
Mhm.
So it's my invitation to ignite that power.
Exactly. You know, it's through reflections, because a lot of times we don't know what our unconscious mind knows, because there's that conscious part where we are functioning and operating under, we're like right here, we're very present with that information, but there's a lot of information that's deep, deep inside us. And one of the powerful things that you are doing is guiding people through questioning so that they dive deep from the surface to a deeper level of unconsciousness where they're like, okay, how am I really operating, or what do I really believe, or so that you take them deeper into that thought. And I think that's powerful what you're doing, because if we're just living and just automatically responding to what we think we know, then we're missing out a lot. And that's why reflection is so powerful.
100%. We're human beings, and we get caught up in the everyday. We have a list of things every single day that we have to conquer. Whether it is you're homebound and there's laundry and dinner and getting the kids off to school, or it's you're a professional and you have your Starbucks stop before you get into traffic and going to the office for an hour, or you're a teacher like me and you have the grading and you have students that need you and have excuses. There are so many things that are taking your energy every day that we forget. We have to take time out for ourselves. And in order to be that person for everyone that's in our life, we have to show up for us, and we have to show up for uh, and rejuvenate our power so we can give. You can't pour from an empty cup. So you have to give back to yourself as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter that you're a mentor, that you're a coach, that you're a leader. You know, as you know, if you are leaders and coaches and mentors, you know that you always need someone to help you and guide you, because sometimes we can't see our blind spots. We can't see some of the things that we need to shift, some of the things that we need to change, and shifting your narrative through questioning is really powerful. And if you have groups, if you're doing training, if you're doing retreats, then we strongly recommend that you get the shift your narrative and get in touch with Trish Pearson and myself, so that we can even give you a discounted rate and you're giving a big bulk and you are using it at your events and your conferences and with your people. this is not just a personal journal. I mean, yes, you're going to use it to personalize your life, but if you want to take um, your clients to a different level, then we strongly suggest that you get this journal for your clients, for your events, and really transform lives in so many ways. You know, it's really powerful when you do that. Now, I'm gonna kind of give you some of the like little hints, little blurbs on what is in the journal. Who wants to know what's in the journal? You know, to give you an idea what's in the journal so that you can see, you know, is this a journal for me? So let's tell them more or less what's in the journal. It's beautiful. I want to give them like a little um what do you call it? Like show them a little bit of what's in the back, not completely everything, but show them the beautiful artwork that's in the journal. Is that okay that we do that, Trish?
Absolutely. And a shout out to the graphic artist Sharon. I am so grateful for her. And it's beyond what I can envision. So I'm so excited to share this with all of you. Absolutely.
It's beautiful. We're just going to show you the back of what the cover looks like. You know, we're not going to show you everything, but just a little snippets of like, this is what you would be seeing like in day two, you know, just so you have an idea. In day two, it's take a radical responsibility for your life and embrace uncertainty. That's how you'll enjoy growth and progress. So what Trish did is that she is giving you a quote, and then from there she's inviting you to write, how will you walk into uncertainty? You know, and that's a powerful question. And she has many, many powerful questions in her journal that will help you have that deep dive into uncertainty. Like we all go through uncertainty, Trish, all of us,
Oh,
right? Hmm. But how about if someone's asking you the question and then you're writing and saying, okay, how will you walk into it? You know, there's a lot of fears, there's a lot of doubts, there's a lot of anxiety that some people might use. And I know that when you connect with Trish, she will help you end. You know, there's endings to break the fear cycle, you know. And one of the things that Trish is doing, for those of you that are buying and you're listening to this, then what we want you to do is send us a DM, send us a message, and we're going to send you a free online 4 video series that relates to shifting your narrative, you know. And we want you to buy the journal for yourself and for other people. So go get it, because it's going to shift your life in so many ways, and you're getting this free online video. So we want you to reach out and uh, tell us, you know. In fact, I'm going to put the link right here. Also, if you can send me the link for your Facebook group, Trish, so
absolutely. And
that
also, just so you know that in the advertisement for all of this launch is the QR code for the Facebook group, and also it's located in the journal also, so you can join the community. It's such a pleasure. It's like a passion project. Strong in community. I think that, yes, it is self-discovery. I'm asking you to reflect and find your power within, but it doesn't have to be alone. It could be on a journey with like-minded people that are seeking the same um, the same power, the same self-awareness, and that we could do this together. And that's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to have a support group.
Hmm. Absolutely. So we want you to get your gift, to shift your narrative. So let me change it just a bit here. Uh, we want you to go get this. It's a gift to you for listening and being here because we were so happy. Yay,
Yeah.
Trish. Woo! You know,
And I apologize that I got kicked out for a minute. So I apologize for that. But I'm so glad that I was able to get back in.
exactly. So we want you to celebrate with us. All of you that are listening, you need to remember that we need to celebrate our our little small wins, and we need to celebrate our big wins. But we need you to celebrate with us because, believe it or not, the journey to getting here could be sometimes a little stressful, excitement, curiosity. There's a lot of emotions happening. But when we finally get here, it's like, whoa. And that's why we're here, because we want you to celebrate with us. And comment below. Congratulate Trish for the wonderful work she did and putting this together. And she took it from idea to journal to an online series, just because she was thinking of the magic that you have inside, and she knows that she can transform your lives in so many ways. And by getting the journal, getting the free gift, oh my God, your world will shift.
I'm I'm gonna cry just hearing that. It's just I'm so grateful, and I'm grateful for everyone that's here. I'm so excited to share that journey with you. I think that this is something that has been near and dear to my heart. Speaking of small celebrations, it's amazing that we spoke. What was it, in February, when
Mhm.
we started to think about this, and now we're in August, and that's not a lot of time. If you
No.
think about it, it's not a lot of time, and now it's coming to fruition. So it's it's amazing, and you have to do that for yourself. You have to congratulate yourself. You have to absorb the wins. That's how you go into forward motion. And Jen, oh, my girl Jen, thank you so much for your support and your lovely kind words. I really appreciate it. Mwah.
Yes, thank you, Jen, for your words. And we're asking, if you're watching this either as a replay or simply, watching it now live, let's congratulate Trish. This is not easy, guys, and we need you to come in. We need your support because it motivates us to keep going, especially to celebrate when there's like little tough moments, and sometimes like there's little baby steps. You see, when you're on a journey to achieving what you want, there's so many steps along the way that sometimes we trip over barriers and obstacles, and then you have to figure out, how do I keep moving? And that's where shift the narrative comes in, because when you are stuck within your own thoughts of, I can't do this, and fear, or how do I do this, what action should I take, or sometimes you don't know what you don't know. Like at the end, Trish and I had some baby steps that we missed and we forgot. But the important thing is that you don't give up, and you just throw that pen or throw that goal, and you're like, I'm done, I'm not gonna do this. It's like, no, you find someone like Trish that guides you through every step, so that when you forget that one step, she is there to remind you to reflect on it, so that you can find your own solutions, or you can change your map territories. Anything that's inside you that is no longer serving you, she gives you that aha moment to say, is this really true for me? Right,
It's
Trish?
re- it's beautiful, and it's, the people that you come into contact with act as a reflection. So it's really like you're a reflection of me and I'm a reflection of you. So when you build that relationship, you start to discover things about yourself that you didn't even know existed. And that power and confidence just shines out through. And sometimes you need that catalyst, you need that reflection to tell you or make you see.
Mhm.
So that's what this is all about, and that's what I'm so excited about doing.
Yes, and then one of your logo is a butterfly. Like,
Yeah.
why the butterfly? I mean, how does that?
There's so much to unpack with the butterfly. So personally, it's how I know that um, my spirits are around me. So a personal story: when my father passed away, I saw butterflies.
Mm,
The next, I just saw butterflies. I have a tattoo of a butterfly on my shoulder, and I know that it's a sign from the universe that he's still with me, and the people that I've lost are still with me.
mhm,
It
mhm.
also signifies that transformation, my own journey for cocooning and reflecting and traveling inside myself and emerging as this new empowered person.
Mm, mhm.
So butterflies are so significant to that transformation, that ascension, that knowing yourself.
Yeah, and one of the things as human beings, Trish, is like we go through different phases of life, and as we're going through these different phases, I often say this is one of my quotes that I created. It's like you're gonna grow so that you can glow, right?
Oh, I love
And and the deeper you dive into your who am I, and identifying. Sometimes we go through identity crisis, like who am I? We don't know who we're becoming because of that transition from growing to glowing. So then Trish, what she does here, she's going to ask you questions for 28 days to help you pause and being able to discover your blind spots, so that when you are growing through this phase of transition and you're ready to transition from who you were to who you want to become, then it makes it a lot easier, because one of the questions that you have on day 4, it's in what aspects of life do you overthink? you know we overthink things. Even some of you out there will overthink and overthink about buying this journal and taking action to get the gift. But whether you do it now, you will eventually do it later. I know that, because her journal is so powerful that you will not want to be left behind and not getting this journal and being able to say, okay, how can I discover my blind spots, right? So you might think, okay, I'm gonna wait for next time or for tomorrow. But you see, the more you overthink things and you're wondering, why should I do this? Should I buy it now? Should I buy it tomorrow? It doesn't matter, but just do it as fast as you can so that you can get the transformation that you want, right?
Absolutely. Oh, and my fairy godmother is here. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful for all the people in my life, and she is definitely um, a huge part of my life and transition and the woman that I've become. So beautiful influence on me, and it just it just goes to show you like there's people in your life that lift you up. There's people in your life that are reflections of you and let you know who you are and see you before you even see you. So that's where I'm at with this. I let me be that guide. Let me allow me to show you the power that you already have. the power is already yours. It already exists within you. I'm just that catalyst or reflection to draw it out of you. And I'm so excited to do so. And one of the things that you mentioned is the process. And that's a theme. Trust the process. So that transitioning through a caterpillar to a butterfly, it's a process. It's not just you're a cocoon and bam, you're a butterfly. It's that whole process. So if you trust that process, if you trust yourself in diving in, looking within and asking yourself those questions, you will find yourself. You will find yourself. You'll find your power, you'll find your shine, and you'll move forward.
Exactly. You will. So we want to thank Christine and we want to thank Jen and Madeline Colossi for
Thank you.
commenting and congratulating.
Thank you,
Congratulations,
Mom.
Trish. Ladies, beautiful ladies out there, like this has been an amazing process. We too had to sit and reflect and say, what message does Trish really want to get out to the world? Like she knew exactly what she wanted. And then being able to go through the process of putting everything together and then having her theme of a butterfly, where there's a cocoon and there's different stages. And that's exactly what Trish wants to do for women and people out there in the world, to take them through a phase of discovering who they are, where they are, so that they can get to where they want to be. So Trish, you have a magical journal that I know and I trust, and I know that I'm going to be buying it and offering it to my people, the retreats that I have. I'm going to be able to take it there so that you can transform their lives, because it is the reflections that they make. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And just in the recent times, I've come across people that have bought it, and it was sitting on their table, and their friends came over and said, "What is that?" And they let them know what it is. And one of the stories is she took it on her retreat. She's taking it on her retreat. And my friend said, I guess I'm gonna have to buy another one because she took that one. So and it's just so beautiful. I was at the doctor's office yesterday, and my doctor, they make small talk and what have you been up to?
Yeah.
And I was able to say, well, I have a launch party tomorrow, and told her about the journal. And she said, that sounds exactly what my friend that's going through a divorce needs. And you don't realize how many different ways it can help until you hear it. And it's so awesome to be around that and discover that, like I'm discovering in this process. So it's awesome.
Yeah, it's really beautiful to be able to know. You see, it's not about the end result. Like, yeah, you're going to get there, but when you get there, it is so fast. It's like a snap of the finger. And then, like, here we are celebrating your launch. But the whole discovering of what we were going to write, how it was going to look like, that's the beauty of the journey, the learning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, when you get there, it's like yay, you celebrate, we're launching the book and now we're presenting it to the world. But then in our human being behavior, it's like now we're like already creating the next best thing. We're already thinking, okay, what do I create next? But it's enjoying the process. So when you get this journal, those of you that are going to get it now, because it's the best thing to do, because you will begin to discover that best version of yourself through the 28 days process of saying, okay, Who am I? Am I overthinking? Am I experiencing uncertainty? And all these other things that you need to look. I'm going to give them another snapshot because I think it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous
It
journal.
really is. It's beautiful.
I need to give them that sneak peek right here. It's an inside sneak peek. So I'm not showing everything, but just a sneak peek so that you know that you need to get out there and buy it. Okay. Is it sharing or no?
No, not yet. But while you're doing that, I just want to say, if you didn't hear me, hi Ma. It's my husband's mother, but she has called me her daughter since day one. So thank you so much for your support. We're talking almost 30 years. So thank you so much for being here and sharing love and support. I appreciate it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for all the wonderful support that we're giving Trish. What we're asking of you, for those that are watching, we're asking that you share, that you make comments, that you tell other people about this journal, because not only are they going to get the journal, but they're going to be able to get the free Shift Your Narrative for online video series. And we are giving it for free. So this is something that you want to get. Also, you want to take advantage of the journal and then go get Shift Your Narrative for online video series, where she goes a little deeper into shifting your narrative. And I think that's magical. Now, what I do want to get is your, I want to be able to get your group. Okay, she said, thank you for being you. Beautiful. Thank you, Madeline, for saying that about Trish. Has a beautiful, beautiful soul.
Oh.
That is wonderful. Well, okay, you will find, what did we name your group?
My Facebook group is The Narrative Shifter. So it's thenarrativeshifter.com is my Facebook group.
Shifter. Okay, so what I'm doing for you beautiful people out there, I'm getting her link here so that we can share it with you, and then you want to go join that group. This is what happens. What happens is that many times we feel alone and we feel abandoned and we feel like we can't reach out to anybody. But what Trish has done has been magical. She created a Facebook, a private Facebook group where you can connect with other like-minded people just like you know, that they believe in inner work, that they believe that they have the power to change. And you can connect with other people where you can see what are they doing that you're not doing, or what has shifted their life. And then Trish will always also come in and she's going to provide you guidance on what to be doing on a daily basis, or what to do during that one day. She's going to share experiences of some of her clients that give her permission, of course, on how they are transforming their lives. So what we want you to do is go and join that group. I'm going to put it right here so you can go and join. It's going to be here in a banner. Give me a second. It's a wonderful opportunity. Do you want to talk about that a bit?
Yeah, again, a passion project. I've been sharing a lot of my musings, so I go on walks, and that's also been a process for me, just getting kind of being by myself and reflecting and getting some downloads for the day. So I share that. It's getting there. I'm getting the follows and the likes. No one has vocalized yet, but it's in baby steps. We're brand new, but I offer some tips and some just motivation. I call Motivational Mondays or Freedom Fridays, and I will go in and give little videos of encouragement just to to get you in forward motion, even if it is to get up and go for a walk or go outside and water your plants like I do, or read a book, or just take 5 minutes and breathe. Sometimes that's all you need, is just 5 minutes and just to breathe and be with yourself. So I'm excited. Again, as an educator, I'm an advocate for community. I think it's so important to connect with people, use your voice, communicate with each other, and like you said, not feel alone on your journey. Know that people are there with you, and have similar experiences, you know. So I I hope to see you there. I'm excited about people being there and communicating, sharing videos. I encourage you to share your stories, because we have so much knowledge and wisdom to share that you don't even realize. Like, your wisdom comes from your stories. So share that with people, and know that no matter what their situation is, that's going to vary, but it resonates with people. We're human beings, and it's the emotions that make us human. So we've all laughed and cried and felt pain and overcome obstacles, and celebrated victories. So why not share that with each other?
Mhm. Mhm.
Sharing with each other creates understanding. It creates a better world.
Exactly. Yeah. And and during these, during this time, we've experienced so much, the COVID, the unemployment, the economics that's happening, like all these things are happening. We need a community where we support each other, where we can help shift some of those belief systems that are holding us back from achieving what we desire. Many times we have beliefs, we have uncertainties, we're overthinking things, and we're that are stopping us from taking action. So what Trish has developed is helping you end the fear cycle. Then she helps you go into feeling self-worth, so that you identify with that best version of you, so that you can actually begin to take action. And that's exactly how you begin to achieve goals. Whatever success you consider as being successful, you can consider it when you are taking action towards your goals.
Absolutely.
Mhm. So it has been like a remarkable time. Like, I am so happy, Trish, that this finally happened.
Yeah.
The next thing, we're going to do a press release. So those of you that are out there, thank you for the support that you're giving us. We're asking that you share, you like, you comment, congratulate Trish, because this has been a long journey, even if it's short, but it's been long.
Yes.
And it always feels like, when are we gonna get there? you know and I know that whoever who's watching this replay or watching it live, there's times that we feel either stuck, where we feel that we're not moving towards our goal, but we're moving back and away from our goals. Well, this journal is going to help you to stop, reflect on a daily basis, and really figure out, where am I and where do I really want to go, so that you begin moving towards your goal. So that if you are overthinking, you could, put all your thoughts down on that journal, and then being able to say, okay, now either the universe or God is going to take over. And now I have to really be focused on what is really important for the now. And then you move forward, right, Trish?
Absolutely. Because majority of the time we're either too caught up in the past, we're thinking too much in the future and we're skipping right over what's in front of us. So I love that you brought up the power of now, because that's really what we miss. We're missing now. We're missing right now what's in front of us, what we have control over today, because the past already happened. The future is not here yet. It's what's in front of us that's really important.
Yeah. And the now, Trish, goes by like seconds. Like this moment that we just had, it's gone.
Yeah.
Right? This little second that passed is gone, and it's not going to be here unless we replay it through this replay that I want you guys and ladies to do, to go replay, but it will not happen again. So every moment counts. It's very powerful that you know that. And that's why this journal is going to capture your thoughts at that moment. Those thoughts that you had no idea, or maybe you have that idea at the moment. And when you capture them, you're going to be able to go back and say, oh my God, look at where I was and look at where I am now. And when you have that reflection of where you were and where you are headed or where you have achieved, and you see how that gap actually began to close because of the actions that you've taken, my goodness, that is powerful. And that's what we want to celebrate with you in Trish's Facebook, private Facebook group, that when you have those moments of like, this is where I was, this is where I am now, and that process and the gap that you close, we want you to share those moments with Trish and with the people in her group, so that they have aha moments and they have moments of like, oh my God, I'm not the only one that's stuck. I'm not the only one that's having doubts. I'm not the only one that's having fears, but together you could break through, and you can kind of like hold each other's space when you are in fear in that group. The narrative, what is it? The narrative shifter is her private group where you hold that space for each other to grow and glow.
Grow and glow. I love that.
I know, I love it too. So anyways, Trish, is there anything else that you feel that your audience, that people that are watching this, that need to know?
Just understand that the power is already yours, and go get it. Go after it every single day. Give yourself that gift of the time to replenish yourself. And you can have a whole family that's behind you, a whole community that is going through the journey with you. So I'm excited to embark on this journey with you. I can't wait to see you all. Just continue to communicate, continue to connect, continue to serve yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, I love that. Serve yourself. We're always serving and caring for others. And Trish, one of the things that a lot of people fail to do, and I think this is urgency, that you become aware that we're caring for others. I'm not saying it's bad to care for others, but what I'm trying to say is that it is very, very important that you begin to care about you, that you practice self-love. And using this journal to shift your narrative in 28 days is a magnificent way to show and demonstrate self-love, because you're having like a 24 hours where you sleep and you're running most of the day, like we are, right? We're running and running and taking care of business and taking care of other people. But just imagine that you get this journal now, you go and buy it now, and you get the online 4-video series, which is absolutely free. So you have nothing to lose. And then you spend at least 5 or 10 minutes a day just journaling and reflecting every 28 days. You are already practicing self-love, right?
Absolutely,
And you
100%.
spend 5 minutes out of your whole 24 hours, 5 minutes of your own time. I'm going to congratulate you ahead of time. Let's congratulate them for spending 5 or 10 minutes of this magnificent time to reflect using your journal.
Oh, yes. That's you made a beautiful choice. A beautiful choice. You chose you. You chose you. Even if it is just 5 minutes. 5 minutes, an hour, a half an hour, you're choosing you for those moments. And that's incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, we want you to spend the whole day. We want you to get the online program because it's going to take you anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes per video, and we are releasing it like one at a time so that you really focus and then you put into practice, shift your narrative reflection per day. So, and it's okay. Let's say that you miss one day, then give yourself permission, but make sure that you complete the whole journal, because keeping an appointment with yourself is going to shift your whole reality. And it's going to make a difference in what you want to achieve and how you show up in the world. And if you show up half of the time for yourself, there's a saying that says, how you do one thing, you do everything, right? And I'm going to repeat it again. How you do one thing, you do everything. So if you're showing up for yourself half of the time, imagine how you're showing up for the rest of the world. And I know that's not the way you want to show up for the world. You want to show up for the world all the time, and you want to show up for yourself all the time because that's how you do things. So congratulations for that. Trish?
Oh, yes. And please, once you go through the cycle, please share that. I would be honored if you shared your story, if you shared your journey of reflection. That would just be amazing because you're not only gifting yourself, but you're also gifting others in return. You're sharing those words, that story, your truth, your path, your transition. And that's a beautiful thing. You're giving the gift of wisdom and education and knowledge. That's beautiful.
Absolutely. So here is what we're going to do, okay? Because we're going to end this magnificent launch. And what we want you to know is you have to go join the Narrative Shifter Facebook private group, right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to take a picture with you and your journal that you bought it. And we want to see those pictures. And you're going to enter a raffle, okay? And this is what you're going to get. I'm going to raffle two $25 Amazon gift cards, and we're going to raffle
Yay.
2 of these journals. So how about that, Trish?
That's awesome. I think that is so cool, and you should definitely do it. And how awesome is it that you are gifting the community again by sharing your joy, sharing your choice to shift your narrative and transition. You're sharing that with other people and empowering other people to do the same. That's awesome.
So that's what we want you to do. And then if you haven't gotten the 4 online video series, what we want you to do is send us a DM, send us a messenger, send us a LinkedIn message and YouTube, because this is going out everywhere right now. Send us a message and let us know, hey, I don't have that link. I want that free gift. And then guess what? We're going to go ahead and send you the link so that you can get it right away. We don't want you to be left behind. We want you to get on the bandwagon and move forward with your life and feel that amazing experience of being the best version of you.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you. You want to end with any ending remarks?
Just thank you so much for showing up for this live, and thank you to those that are going to watch the recording. Thank you for showing up for you. That just makes my heart happy, of making that choice for showing up for you. That's all I could ever ask for. So I appreciate you. I'm so grateful, and I can't wait for the rest of this journey together.
Absolutely. I'm so excited for you again. Congratulations. Woo, Trish. All right.
Yay!
So excited.
So
Yay.
excited.
It's that finish line. I just finished writing the chapter and I called it the finish line because being
Yay!
here in this moment is the best feeling that we're going to get. And we have to really embrace it. So congratulations, congratulations. And to all of you amazing people out there, congratulations for showing up for you. Take action, get the journal, get the 4 online live video series, and most importantly, join the Narrative Shifter Facebook private group where you're going to have a group of a community where there's like-minded individuals just like you. So thank you, and I will see you next time.
Thank you, Dr. B. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thank you. I just need to share something because I missed this comment and I want to make sure that we acknowledge Madeline for saying congratulations.
Oh, thank
There
you.
she is.
Thank you, Mom.
Bye-bye.
Bye.